Hey guys, it's Sandeep from RevAtlas, and in this video we'll show you a tutorial on how to get an awesome looking clear back Redmi Note 8 Pro like this one. Before we get started, please do make sure to hit the subscribe button and also turn on notifications to avoid missing our videos in the future. Now without much further ado, let's get this started. Now, I like to make it clear that the removal of the back panel itself will void the warranty, and hence do it only fully knowing what the risks are and the results of your actions. This here is how a brand new device looks like, and here is a device whose back panel has been removed, and finally we have a device which already has a clear back panel mod done to it. We recommend turning off the device before getting started, and the first step is to use a heat gun or a hairdryer and apply heat to the edges and the overall back of the device. Please note that it is advisable to apply heat in a pattern and keep moving it to prevent overheating of any particular portion or causing damage to a part. Also, do keep in mind that the device itself may be quite hot, and hence you should be careful when holding or picking up the device. Gloves are advisable, and we would also recommend doing this on the floor or a surface that's not prone to burning. We'll begin to open from the bottom and work our way to the top, so concentrate your efforts here. Once you have applied sufficient heat, you should be able to use a suction cup and create enough gap on the device to slide in a pry tool. If it isn't opening enough, you may have to reheat the edges again in order to get that gap. Once done, you need to run the pry tool along the edges slowly to release the glue and slowly raise it upwards a bit as you run along. If at any point you do require more heat, apply and repeat. Don't be too harsh when applying force, as it is glass and glass will crack. This is also true especially since the Note 8 Pro has curved edges where you have to be extremely careful. Once you've done it all around, you will be able to get the back panel off, and the only thing connecting the back panel and the rest of the phone will be the fingerprint scanner. We need to remove the camera module housing and the fingerprint scanner in order to complete the rest of the stuff. Now, in case you don't want to apply a special skin to create a different looking battery, you can skip forward a few steps by directly going towards making the back panel itself transparent. If you want to do it, then follow ahead. You need to remove the plastic stub that is hiding the fingerprint scanner connector and slowly detach it in order to remove it free from the casing. Once done, you need to make use of a screwdriver and remove all the screws in order to access the battery connector itself. After removing all the screws, all you need to do is lift it up a bit and you can see the connector, and then you can disconnect the battery from the motherboard itself. Now we're going to skin the battery. We have used a cape skin in blue color for this, and you can go for any pattern or color, but I quite like the blue and I feel some color would give good contrast, but you can also go for something more stealthy if you want mainly the skin to cover just the regulatory information on the battery. Instead of removing the entire battery and risking damaging it, we are using a portion of the skin and then cutting along the gap to get a perfect fit. You have to be extremely careful in this, and once it's done, you can reconnect the battery to the motherboard. Then you need to screw back all the screws that we removed earlier and also connect the fingerprint scanner. Now is a good time to test if the device turns on and also test if the fingerprint scanner is working properly. Now we shall begin the process of creating a clear back or a transparent back panel. Different devices will have different backs in terms of how the paint finish and coating is done, and in the case of the Redmi Note 8 Pro, there are several different layers, but we need to remove all of them in order to get the clear back effect. The best way to do this is by running the blade deep into the glass itself and then lifting up the corners and then slowly peeling it off bit by bit. It definitely takes some time and patience, but at the end the effort is clearly worth it. Pun intended. Be careful not to scrape off the Redmi logo unless you want a fully clean logo, as it is really easy for this to be accidentally scraped off as well once the rest of it is done. Since it is Gorilla Glass, it won't get scratched with your blade, so the entire glass will look clean at the end, and you just need to wash it under water or clean it with a dry or slightly moist towel and then wipe it dry later. In case during the process you accidentally break the glass, you can order replacement panels such as this one and either restore the device to the original look or use the same and repeat the peeling process to get the clear look. I'll include links in the description below if you want to get a replacement. Now all you need to do is apply some dual-sided tape to all four corners and then connect the back panel back to the phone. Make sure the edges sit well and keep applying some pressure for a few minutes. Your clear mod Redmi Note 8 Pro is done. That's it for this video, guys. If you have any questions, please let us know in the comment section below, and we are also doing a giveaway of the Poco X2 smartphone, so head over to the link in the description below to find out how you can participate in the same. Thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. See you again in the next one.